Hello there and welcome back to my channel. Today we will talk about my top 5 books that I've read this year. When I was younger, I can remember that I really enjoyed reading books. It was my way of, just being creative in my mind, imagine all things that could never happen like in real life. So yeah, I found so much joy in reading books. And growing up in the Netherlands, it was even supported through elementary school because I can remember the teachers taking us to this mobile library every week or so. And then we could just roam around, pick the books that we would want to read for the upcoming weeks. And then I guess growing up, going to university where you have like lists of books that you have to read where you have no interest in, I lost my passion for reading and it became more forced than really like an escape or something that I actually wanted to do. This video, I'm going to share my top 5 books that I've been reading and I enjoyed the most. I mean, there are a couple more books, but okay, I just narrowed it down to 5 books. And those I'm going to share with you. And I absolutely love this new habit. So I will try to keep this up for the next year and then eventually build it up to like reading 50 books a year. I mean, that will be the dream, right? And now I would like to present my top 5 books that I've been reading this year. So the first book that I want to talk to you about is this book right here. It's The 4-Hour Workweek. It's written by Timothy Ferriss. And I absolutely love this book. This book has changed my life. Oh my God. I love this book so much. I love this book so much. I mean, you can literally see it. Like, look at this. I traveled with this book. It's a book that you would read and then you will literally take out so much of the information and just start digging and kind of revamping your business or way of life. He's even providing full templates that you can literally just like copy and paste and send to your boss, requesting or at least the process of being a 9-to-5 employee into working from Costa Rica for, a couple of months or a couple of weeks. That's the reason for me loving this book so much. He even confronts the myths of the 9-to-5 where it should be so successful and you're so productive during these hours. And yeah, this is just a gem. I feel like if you're into working more remotely, traveling, being an entrepreneur, then definitely this is a good read. So the second book that I want to talk about is by Dale Carnegie. It's How to Win Friends and Influence People. In this book, there are so many pointers on how to handle conflict, whether that's in personal relationship, but also from a business perspective. So some of the pointers that are given in this book are, for example, don't criticize, give honest and sincere appreciation, talk in terms of the other person's interests, because most people enjoy talking about themselves, remember names, become genuinely interested in someone else, avoid arguments, and be a good listener. I personally really enjoyed reading this book. I learned so much about handling different kind of conflicts, and it's almost an art at doing these things in the way it is explained. So I made so many notes while reading this book. So the next book, my third book that I want to share with you, was The Fourth Agreement by Don Miguel Ruiz. I'm not so sure if I pronounced it correctly. After reading this book, I was just like, oh yes, definitely this would help me going through life. This is a must read. This book is divided into 4 sections, going over all the agreements and giving you obviously then samples, how it should benefit your life. The agreements mentioned in this book are: be impeccable with your words. With other words, only say what you mean. Don't take anything personally, because nothing others do is because of you. Eye-opening, just this one alone. And then don't make assumptions. So this would encourage you to ask questions, whether this is in an argument, a discussion, but also just in a normal conversation, just to make sure that there are no misunderstandings. And then always do your best to avoid self-judgment. Think daily. Sometimes I do forget, but then I'm just like, I'm in an argument and all of a sudden, because someone is saying something and I just take it so personal, where it has literally nothing to do with me, and I'm just like, oh, but why am I feeling that's like a personal attack, when obviously everyone is just responding from their own experiences. If you've been enjoying this video so far, please like this video. I would really appreciate it. My fourth book is The Alchemist, and this one is by Paulo Coelho. I'm not so sure if I pronounced it correctly, but I literally realized that most of my books are like self-help, business, entrepreneurship, those things, especially this year. And I think obviously after being in the house for 2 years. The story is about a young man, and he's just like goes by the name of Santiago. He goes on a life journey on the hunt for treasure, and on this journey he embarks life challenges that teaches him the importance of following your life's calling. And the key points that I got out of this book is the importance of pursuing your personal calling. I mean, everyone has this, and sometimes because something happens, we just kind of take another route, or maybe it's too difficult to really just like fend for yourself. One that was very important to me was, if you pay attention to present, you can improve upon it. Improve now, later will become better. So in other words, just go and you will learn along the way, because nothing will be exactly how you would want it to be or as perfect. You might as well just do it and then learn. So my final recommendation is the book called Stealing Fire by Jamie Wheel and Stephen Kotler. There is this system that they're talking about: selflessness, timelessness, effortlessness, and richness. So nothing that is happening is about you. And then this book really dives into the search for every human being of accesses, and this comes in a number of ways. For one, it could be jumping off a cliff. For someone else, it would be visiting Burning Man, and there were a lot of references to Burning Man, I guess because that is very like opening up your mind and like kind of like this. And for some people it's like using drugs, but overall it was very interesting. It really opened up my mind, because afterwards I was just like, oh my god, yeah, it's so true. Like, you're going through life kind of looking for that thing that sparks something, right? And that's what you're trying to look for every single day. There you have it. Those were my 5 top books that I've read this year. The 4-Hour Work Week, How to Win Friends and Influence People, The 4 Agreements, The Alchemist, and Stealing Fire. All of these books I've read like in kind of hardcover, because I prefer just reading like that. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and perhaps you found your next read. If you did, please like this video and subscribe to the channel, and become part of this family. I would love to have you around. I'll see you in the next video. Have a lovely day. Bye bye.
Oh my god. How am I going to memorize this? Oh my god. Okay.
I need to meditate.